On today's episode, training children to become their own legends. The latest in family law, we visit a school and a healthcare facility that's changing lives. Meet women who are changing the face of technology, how to manage your money, plus lots more on The Balancing Act.
Whether you're a child or an adult, it's never too late to learn something new. Check this out.
Youth sports have been around for generations, but there's an Atlanta-based organization that's providing new opportunities for kids and the local park services. Let's meet the Training Legends.
The work of Training Legends is as much about baseball as it is about the community and about giving little kids a chance to play one of the most important sports that there is. And what I mean by that, baseball is a very tough sport. The very best strike out 7 out of 10 times. Those folks in the Hall of Fame are having a batting average of 300. And so to have a young child learn to set a goal, to work towards the goal, and then to get a base hit is thrilling. And we at Training Legends work very hard to provide a quality baseball tournament experience while also allowing coaches and families to celebrate the achievement of seeing their kids hit a home run, get on base, pick somebody off, pitch a perfect game, whatever it might be.
At Training Legends, playing baseball isn't just about getting college scholarships or being recruited by Major League Baseball. It's about finding yourself and becoming your own legend.
I love the opportunity for kids to play on a team in baseball because in order to help the team win, they have personal and individual accountability. So whether it's hitting, fielding, pitching, it's an individual part of a team game, and it really helps these kids understand their roles on how to be a successful teammate.
So baseball is a family sport, and every person in the family works so hard to support the one child who's out there on the plate, and they're crossing their fingers, and there's a whole lot of praying on the diamond going on that maybe they might get a base hit, and they might be able to help their team, be a great teammate. If you strike out, how do you pick your team up? If you get a base hit, that celebration of rounding and landing on the bag and standing up and cheering and knowing I just drove in a run, those are amazing, amazing responses that you see every day at a tournament.
In baseball, there's so many things that can go well, there's so many things that can go wrong, so you're very rarely ever going to have a perfect game or a perfect tournament. And baseball gives these kids an opportunity to go out, try their best, really focus on doing what they can do to help their team win, and knowing that it's probably not going to go perfectly, and that's okay, as long as you're trying your best to help your team win.
Some of the skill sets that's important for these kids to learn is coordination, athleticism, right? Hand-eye coordination, but it's more than that. It's also about learning leadership skills, being responsible, right? Understanding how to play in a team environment and getting along with others. So there's a social structure there as well that's super important for the kids.
So life is full of ups and downs, and more times than not we have setbacks in life. And if you don't learn to persevere, to work really hard, and accept that while you may not have reached your goal the first time, you've learned a lot. A lot of experience comes from the act of participating. And as you do it more, as you practice more, as you persevere, eventually you will become more perfected in your craft, more perfected in your skills, and you will get where you want to go.
The young athletes aren't the only ones benefiting. Training Legends has a strong sustainability initiative and partnership with the local Parks Department.
The Training Legends Foundation offers a fantastic value for recreational parks. Recreational parks can hold tournaments at their parks, and because of the foundation, the way it's structured, a lot of the revenue that's generated out of those foundational tournaments comes back to the recreational parks. Those funds are used to help maintain field, equipment, enhance our programs, and provide better value for the community.
One of the most rewarding things about Training Legends and the Training Legends Foundation has been our ability to give back nearly $500,000 to the area rec parks. And this has been through renting fields, direct donations, concessions, partnerships with them that allows us to give back and allow more kids to play rec baseball at an affordable cost.
We're really excited about the development with Training Legends, and those kind of partnerships and that ability to work together and this kind of public-private partnership is truly a fantastic thing with Training Legends.
Rec parks are very important places in the community. It's one of the only places where families can go together, and it doesn't matter where your kids are zoned to go to school. So it really becomes an intricately woven fabric that allows people to come together and celebrate one of the greatest sports there is to play.
There's never been a great player who didn't strike out at least once, and playing baseball with Training Legends gives these kids the opportunity to get back up there and keep striving.
For more information, visit traininglegends.com or go to our website, thebalancingact.com.
Up next, what to consider when you require legal services.
Family law and litigation doesn't have to be painful. It can actually be the exact opposite. Let's meet Dené Matthews from the Dunn Matthews Law Firm.
I'm Dené Matthews of the Dunn Matthews Law Firm, and we are a boutique law firm in Metro Atlanta where we assist our clients in family law and domestic litigation matters. At our firm in particular, we handle divorces, custody modifications, child support actions, and legitimations, which is where a father who had a child out of wedlock needs to obtain legal rights to his children. One of the things that we kind of experience is that people come to us thinking that family law litigation is going to be the worst thing that they go through. It's going to be painful. We try to take a spin on that and make sure that the person is whole from a mental standpoint. As long as your mental health is intact, you can conquer anything just as if you're going about your day-to-day life.
When it comes to divorce, Dené wants to help people recreate their definition of family.
And that means that although you're going through a terrible time of a divorce, or your children are now going to be living in two separate homes after a custody dispute, you can still live a wholesome life. Figuring out how to make sure that you and your children, or just you're alone, can travel together, can have hobbies, and just live a life that is different, of course, but it's still wholesome and true to who you are, and reinventing yourself. When you have a custody agreement, we like to refer to it as parenting time schedule and not visitation, because visitation puts such a negative connotation on the non-custodial parent's right to have time with their child. They're a parent also, both of you are. Both of you should be willing and able to co-parent, thereby being a parenting schedule.
Her approach is to make sure each case is heard the way it's meant to be.
It's really important when choosing a family law attorney that you choose someone who has your same morals and values. Someone who may be a bulldog when you're more concerned with peaceful litigation, may turn off the judge, may turn off your opposing counsel. But choosing someone who may be nice and kind, but also can get the job done, could take you a really long way. We are a flat fee litigation firm. That is a very rare thing. Most firms are on a retainer basis. However, we feel that it's important for our clients to know exactly what to expect when it comes to the expenses that they are going to have in litigation, which helps you better prepare and budget for your life.
As you can see, their clients' legal matters aren't the only thing that's important.
Family law litigation isn't just about you, especially when you have children. They are in the mix. They see, they hear, they feel everything that's happening, whether we as parents believe it or not. And so it's very important to make sure that you're tending to their mental needs, making sure that you're taking them out for fun, making sure they do not hear you talk negatively about your co-parent or soon-to-be ex-spouse, making sure that they are attending extracurricular activities and being wholesome individuals themselves, just as you are for you. On our website, we have a resource, 7 successful tips to litigating your family law matter. And that resource helps people figure out what they need to do prior to and in litigation, being prepared, handling yourself from a mental standpoint, getting together all of your documents. And then we have a library of videos on our website as well as our YouTube channel every single week that dive into different tips on family law in general, your mental state. Conversations with Dené is a monthly show where we bring on individuals to talk about your family law litigation and how it dives into your normal day-to-day life. Litigation does not have to be a battle. It can be collaborative, looking forward to what your life has to come and not harboring over the harm and hurt that you felt over the years can get you to a positive place. We can help you do that.
For more information about Dunn Matthews Law Firm, visit dunnmatthewsfirm.com or go to our website, thebalancingact.com.
The work undertaken by Family Services can have a huge impact, just like our next story.
Being a parent is one of the hardest jobs there is, and it takes a village to raise a well-rounded child. Luckily for families in Atlanta, Children's Healthcare of Atlanta wants to be part of that village.
Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, we are committed to ensuring that kids are not only better today, but healthier tomorrow. And we carry out that mission through our work at Strong for Life, really working directly not only with our community, but speaking directly to parents to ensure that they raise safe, healthy, and resilient kids. We are focused on 4 core pillars of work. And those 4 pillars are childhood obesity, behavioral and mental health, injury and illness, and child protection. And we focus on those areas because there are a number of things that we can't prevent, unfortunately. And those include things like childhood cancers and congenital defects. But there are plenty of things that we can prevent. And those 4 pillars represent areas where we can make a huge impact in our community.
Strong for Life is about raising healthy, safe, resilient kids.
One of our programs that has been really important in our building our program of Strong for Life is our program on how to have conversations with parents and how to have conversations with families where their kids are struggling. We want to make sure that people are having conversations that are productive, where the families and the patients feel seen and heard and not judged. We had a pediatrician come up and tell us this story about a 4-year-old that came to his office. And he came in and he told the pediatrician he was really proud of himself because he got upset at his brother, and instead of hitting him, he learned how to use his words. He took a few moments, he took a couple of deep breaths, and he could use his words. So he's really using those coping skills that we've been working so hard to get out there to families.
Their team of doctors and other wellness experts are passionate about child wellness and prevention, and that passion fuels all of their programs and content.
We're in the community, schools, pediatric offices, and other organizations that take care of children. This has been a great way for us to get the messages out in so many different arenas. So the kids are hearing the same messages about being healthy, being active, getting good sleep. I'm so lucky in my role as a pediatrician. I get to practice medicine and at the Strong for Life Clinic, where we really help families make change and make sustainable change so that their kids are healthier both in body and in mind. And then I also have this other role where we're focusing on prevention.
There's a big market for new and expecting parents, but where do parents turn for advice when it comes to their elementary, middle, and high school age kids?
Age appropriate is absolutely paramount in our work. So when you think of something like water safety, when you're talking about a little child or a newborn, having a child within arm's reach, making sure that you can be right there with them as a parent is vitally important. But as that child ages, you also want to make sure that they know that it's never too late to learn. And so how do you engage them as older swimmers to make sure that they are still willing to go out and learn? And as it applies to behavioral and mental health, we recognize that from the moment a child is born, the way that we engage and talk to them is vitally important. And that extends to when they're teenagers and we start to handle things like bullying and anxiety and depression. So we want to make sure that we're talking specifically to what those children may be facing at that age.
Any parent or caregiver can benefit from the information Strong for Life has to offer.
And take it slow. Appreciate everything that you have achieved and that you're working on with your family, and find ways to make small positive changes for your family, because those will result in the biggest, happiest, and most sustainable change.
So we want to make sure that we're providing the best clinical care for those kids that need us, but we're also equally focused on ensuring that kids will never need us. And that's why we do this work.
For more information, visit strongforlife.com or go to our website, thebalancingact.com.
It's always great to see communities coming together. Check this out.
Today, we're learning about an organization that's empowering girls and women to excel in science, technology, engineering, the arts, and math, or STEAM, for more than 29 years. They're also helping single mothers to start a new future for themselves. This might just be what you or someone you know needs.
Well, Women in Technology, or WIT, is a great organization that's really all about supporting girls and women. Our tagline is, we support girls and women from the classroom to the boardroom, and we have programs in between that support wherever you're at in your career. It's important to engage girls and women in the STEAM conversation because we have to help each other imagine what a career could look like. Because when you say STEAM, it covers a lot of different territories and a lot of opportunities.
Having diversity of thought, diversity of leadership is crucial because that drives innovation. Women just think differently than men. So having that diverse perspective, that diverse way of thinking around that leadership table helps companies approach problems and solve problems in a different and more creative way.
Their Single Mothers program is changing lives for the better.
We are changing lives by offering to these single mothers the opportunity to change their own lives by obtaining a certification in cybersecurity and information security from one of Georgia's most prestigious universities. Also, for those that graduate, we will place them in jobs where they are able to have a potential of making more than $55,000 a year.
There's no fees to join our program because we believe we want to open it to a wide audience.
WIT has worked hard to remove barriers to help the mother thrive and succeed as she is going through the WIT journey. We offer for free childcare services, transportation services, time management courses, corporate etiquette courses, financial literacy courses, health courses, many other services to help the mother succeed.
The women that we chose to be in this first course were just so determined to be successful. We actually had one mother during that time that became homeless, but she was so determined to make this a priority, and you couldn't miss a class.
What everybody didn't know, and I kind of did let one of my professors know to a certain extent, but what no one knew is I actually was evicted. And so sometimes during the class, I was actually sitting in my car with headphones on my little hotspot on my cell phone, completing the program.
With many of their graduates earning more than $50,000 per year, they're literally investing in the community.
So the thing that's so wonderful about this program is we're helping underserved moms go from making less than $35,000 a year to $50,000, $60,000, $75,000 a year. That's life-changing, and that's going to change the trajectory of their life and their children forever. And they can always work in technology now.
They are able to pay their bills. They have benefits, and they're able to care for their children. So it has completely changed their lives. We have a 2-generational impact. We are changing the lives of the mothers, and we're also changing the lives of their children. To sign up, all you need to do is go to our website, mywit.org, go to the page called Community Outreach, and there you'll find everything you need to know about the Single Mothers Program, as well as how to become a partner of WIT.
So we would like to encourage any single mother who's interested in this program to really check us out. Think about joining it. It's not easy, but it's very rewarding.
For more information about Women in Technology and their Single Mothers program, visit mywit.org or go to our website, thebalancingact.com.
Our next story is really on the money.
Hi, my name is John Stone. I'm a senior financial consultant with Advocacy Wealth Management, and I help injured plaintiffs in personal injury and wrongful death settlements and their attorneys create financial plans.
My name is Nisha Ziegler. I'm the managing director here at Advocacy Wealth Management, and I manage a book of clients as well as managing a team of financial consultants.
Financial planning can be confusing, where to invest your money, who to call to get started, and more. But with some careful thought and the right team, you can successfully navigate your financial future.
Ford's Consulting, the parent company of Advocacy Wealth Management, is a national insurance agency that specializes in structured settlement and annuity placement for clients. We also have a sister company, Advocacy Trust, which is a trust company based in Tennessee that specializes in special needs trust, asset protection trust, and other estate planning needs for clients. Yes, so trust services help clients who come into a large sum of money with budgeting, with bill pay, and other items for planning around their house, whether it's insurance for the house, insurance for their cars, coordinating with a financial consultant on investment strategies, and other items related to financial planning.
So we start with looking at their entire situation, coming up with recommendations around what their specific needs are.
Here are a few financial strategies you might want to consider.
For someone who just started working, their picture is going to be different than someone who's getting close to retirement. So are you in your wealth accumulation phase of life or your wealth distribution phase of life?
The term risk tolerance is something everyone needs to be aware of.
That's how much risk are you willing to take on with a certain amount of money. And most folks, or some folks will be very risk averse, and some will be, I want to be really risky with my money, and some will fall somewhere in between. And so what we try to do is build plans according to that risk tolerance.
For our clients, many of them, their wealth accumulation is their goal. And we do that in a variety of ways. The first way is that obviously looking at investing and what's the right appropriate asset allocation mix for their situation. But part of what we do as well through planning is looking at tax strategies to minimize the amount of money that they spend through taxes. We look at estate planning to make sure that the assets that they have will last for their beneficiaries and their heirs.
Advocacy Wealth Management can also help with tax, education, and estate planning.
There are different types of IRAs that a client can invest in. Most times we talk about traditional IRAs versus Roth IRAs. And really the benefit for the Roth IRA is that you can make contributions to it, it grows tax deferred, and when you take the distributions out after retirement, then they're not taxed. A traditional IRA gives you the benefit of writing off the amount that you contribute in the current tax year, but then when you take the distributions out at retirement, those distributions are taxed.
I think our approach is unique because of the type of clients we typically work with. They're personal injury or wrongful death settlement recipients who have gone through a very traumatic event. And so sympathizing with them, empathizing with them, and putting together a financial plan really puts things into perspective.
We're a fiduciary, so we always put our clients' needs before anything else that we do.
For more information about Advocacy Wealth Management, go to advocacywealth.com or check out our website, thebalancingact.com.
Education is always evolving. Let's see some of the innovations that are helping our kids learn better.
Studies have shown that in a traditional school, only 5 hours per 8-hour day are used for instruction, but it doesn't have to be that way.
So at our school, we do just stick to the 5 hours a day, and we're able to get everything done in that amount of time with no wasted time, and the students are able to spend the rest of their days dedicated to their outside passions. So our school is really just sticking to the business and getting everything done in a short amount of time, but getting everything that we need still in that time period. Our mission is to support their full work-life balance.
Capstone Academy's innovative and unique approach starts with an untraditional schedule.
Our schedule is just 3 days a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and that allows our students to have a 4-day weekend to dedicate to their outside passions, whether that means they're traveling for tournaments or they're on set for a movie. We're able to give them that time, and they're able to keep up with their academics over the weekend. We have all of our lessons posted online. The students still have access to the teachers, so they're able to get everything done in that time period while also working in their outside passions. Mondays, we do have a study hall, so if the students need to come in, this day is also for AP classes, so they have an additional day for that, and they can come in for any extra help that they may need, and the teachers are available for that as well. Definitely more balanced, and for the staff as well. So not only do the students get that balance in their life, but the faculty and staff too. So many teachers are really stressed out a lot. You know, they don't have much time to lesson plan, to grade, and they're staying up all night, and it's just a stressful life a lot of the times. So we feel supported that we have enough time to really create those lessons, to have the grading time, but also we have the work-life balance to where if we have outside passions also as the teachers, we have time to dedicate to those passions as well. We've had a parent say that she finally got her kid back because previously the child was so stressed, just couldn't find that balance in a traditional school for their life, and here they were able to thrive. And families have also said that this has impacted their entire family. Their family has time now to spend together as a whole. So not only is it a student having a great school life, but it's the family really benefiting as a whole unit.
They're not an alternative school, rather an honors-level, academically strong learning environment.
We do have the 5 main subjects: math, science, history, language arts, and Spanish. And we offer AP classes. We have 5 total that we offer, as well as other electives like finance and coding. We have grades 5th through 12th grade. So it's nice to have such a range, and the students can really kind of grow up here.
Class sizes are kept to a minimum, which also helps enhance learning.
The reasons we keep classes small is so that students and teachers can really get to know one another. There's that one-on-one attention. Students also have the opportunity to work together on assignments, to collaborate, do partner activities. Our classes max out at 14, but most classes are about 8 to 10 students per class. So it's a really nice, intimate environment. And students also don't feel nervous to ask questions. It's not a big crowd that intimidates anyone, and it's a really close-knit feeling in the classroom. Any student that feels like they need a more balanced life, we are here to support students. We're here to support the whole families, and we love seeing students thrive. We love when they come back to see us after graduation and we've seen all of their successes and how we were able to help build that. Because we know that in some cases, students wouldn't be able to have that success if they didn't have Capstone, if they didn't have that work-life balance that we offer.
For more information about Capstone Academy, visit capstoneacademy.com or go to our website, thebalancingact.com.
Thanks so much for joining us on this local edition of The Balancing Act. We'll see you next time.